Hello and welcome to Roots Garage for a very special episode. This is my Nissan Skyline 350 GT.
It's not a Skyline! Is it? Are
you from an intro?
Maybe.
Why? Look at me. I'm the star of the show.
Well, today, this is the start of the show. We're building this now.
Okay, why?
Because this has been sitting in the shed for a couple of years now, and I've been collecting parts over that time. And now we're going to make this slightly undesirable Skyline.
It's not a Skyline. It's not a Skyline.
An awesome Skyline.
It's not a Skyline!
It is a Skyline.
It's a thief.
It says Skyline on the back.
No, it doesn't.
It says Skyline on the door.
Show me.
Inside the doors now. Right? Skyline.
350Z.
Sky.
It's a 350Z.
So anyway, lots to do to this car.
Yeah.
Lots of really nice bits to put on it.
There are actually some really cool parts to this car.
So hopefully by the end of this it'll be
sweet. Pretty cool.
Released in 2003, the Nissan Skyline 350 GT or Infiniti G35 in the States was the newest version of Japan's legendary sports car. While it doesn't boast the screaming twin-turbo inline-six, the 350 GT was aimed at a more luxurious and broader market. Based on the 350Z platform, it provided decent handling and good performance, just in a larger, more practical package. However, my 350 GT has definitely seen better days, and hopefully that's all about to change. Pretty much all of these boxes are for this car, and then there's more parts over there behind the Clio. Yeah, so I think I'm going to start with this box. First off, I want to get this car handling and sitting a lot better. That's why I have these HSD Monopro coilovers. Since this car is going to be a big comfy cruiser, I chose to go with softer spring rates. This will benefit the handling, but the car won't shake itself to bits on a long run. This was actually quite a simple job. I started by removing the 3 nuts on the strut top, followed by the big bolt on the bottom. I also had to disconnect the upper ball joint to give me enough room to manoeuvre the standard shock out of the way. Putting the new shock in was the exact opposite, only difference being that I used a jack to jack up the hub, and this made everything much easier to bolt back together. Next up were the rears, which are even more simple than the fronts. The only problem was everything was covered in a layer of underseal. I used Stuart's little blowtorch to burn this off, which definitely isn't the best or safest way to do this, but it was quick and convenient. I started by removing the top nuts, followed by the bigger one on the bottom, and the shock was able to come right out. These cars use a separate spring and shock setup, but I'm converting this to a true coilover, meaning these are combined. This means I had to remove the spring, and with just one bolt I could drop the cup holding it in and remove it. Then I can put it all back together with the new coilover in place. It's another day working on the Skyline, Stuart. Beautiful Skyline.
It's not a Skyline.
And ever since I've got this car, there's been one major issue. It's got the usual VQ trumpet noise and it sounds horrendous. So that's why we have a full new system, all the way from America.
Because it's not Japanese, it's not a Skyline. That's why it came from America.
American exhaust for a Japanese car, sure. But it's a full standard replacement system. So it might be a bit, maybe a bit too quiet, maybe like one extreme to the other.
Yeah, but it gives a good bass point.
But
I want you to make it louder.
Exactly, I can then modify this to sound a bit better if I want to do a custom rear section or something. The Y-pipe needed replaced anyway.
I think the standard system's a scaffy pipe.
It is. Stuart's got his new piece of equipment.
It's a heat torch. I was cutting in a very precarious position, so I was kind of like this. And I felt a punch to my leg, and I was like, he's been a twat. And no, it was a disc exploded. Up in the leg.
The centre of the disc came out of the fucking...
It's not good, I had to save this guns on this.
Yeah. Well, here's the reason we're replacing the Wi-Fi. Because it's ready to go. Looking at these, that doesn't have long left in it. Look at that. But it's actually, yeah, it's crumbling in my hands there, so good stuff. Okay, we have both systems on the ground, and I had it in my head that this was like a really cheap, bad looking system, but it actually looks okay, and it's mostly stainless.
Yeah, it's stainless from the white right back. Stainless.
So
but it's no named, so it actually looks half decent.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
But we're going to put the standard one back on.
That's
But-
obnoxious.
There's a couple of things we need to do first.
Yes.
We need to start it.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready for the sound of a almost unfiltered VQ?
Yes, go.
Oh god.
Give it loud.
It's going to sound horrendous.
Maybe flames.
I think the battery pack's dead. Oh! It's a little bit louder than it was before.
Yeah.
It was already really loud. So, I think it will still have a bit
I think
of
we should put that on.
I think it will still have a bit of noise with that though.
Let's find out.
Working out the gasket situation.
This idiot was looking for the camera going,
I lost it for a second.
he's an idiot.
I lost it. But anyway, we've got gaskets.
No gaskets.
No gaskets. So it should seal up nicely.
Yeah.
Time to put the exhaust on.
Yeah. Go. Let's go. Oh, now that's fit. Look. Don't give a nuts on camera. Oh, man, that's everywhere. No, no.
Stuart, put your nuts away.
Ah.
Let me get this one.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
You just sit there with your camera and watch me struggle.
Somebody's got to make the content. Right. So we've went from loud
Very loud.
to very loud to
1. 3, 2, 1.
It's so quiet.
it's so quiet.
It sounds nice.
It has a little bit of a vroom, but
I really like that. Oh yeah. Not 100%, that sounds good. That's the mixture.
so much better than
Oh yeah. Yeah, that sounds really nice.
even the pipes look and fit better and everything. So
I'm really happy with that. Cool.
I'm very happy with it, so yeah. So it is now the following Monday, and the other night before we left, we actually took the front bumper off the car. It's over here on the old Clio. So the reason we taken this off is it's in a bit of a sorry state. There's some chips and scratches all over it, so I'm going to spend some time on this. I've got some hopefully colour matched spray paint, sandpaper, primer, everything, and I'm just going to try and repair all of these little marks over the bumper. Some of them don't really matter because I've got a front lip to go on with, like, see little scratches like this. It just ruins the look. So I've watched a couple of videos. This could go really good or it could go really bad. It's more than likely going to go really bad. This is where I wanted to start. I removed the indicator, which just has 2 small clips on the back. I cleaned the entire bumper with panel wipe and masked off the area I would be painting. I gave the area a light sand with some light grit sandpaper, followed by a further wipe down and a little more masking, and it was time to prime. I'm currently waiting on the primer to dry, so while that's drying I've got a couple of other things I could be doing to this. And to start off with is this interior. So the plan for the interior is I want the whole roof headline and I want it black. So all of this needs to come out. I started pulling out pieces of trim slowly, making sure not to break any clips. I worked my way from the front to the back. With all the trim removed, it was time to manoeuvre the headline out. This left me with 2 piles on the floor. This is everything that's going to need dyed, and that's what's going to need painted. So there's not actually a lot needing painted. It's the 2 B and C pillar trims and the O handle, and then here we've got also the headliner. The 2 A pillars are actually fabric, and so are the sun visors, but they do have plastic bits on them. The only other thing we'll need to paint will be the centre of the interior light, but we'll get that done. So yeah, that's a good job done. So I might start on the headliner tonight being the biggest bit. I don't know if I have enough dye. I've done this once before, actually on a 350Z, and I ran out of dye about halfway through, so I did have lots of dye and half of it's went missing, so I really don't know where it's went, and it's really annoyed me. But if I need to order more, I need to order more. But if I start it tonight, then I can order it and it'll be here by next time I'm back. So yeah, so I'm going to jump back and have another look at this bumper now, and then we'll come and tackle the headliner.
With the primer now dry, it was time to put my newfound knowledge to the test. I removed a section of the masking, gave it another quick sand and clean. Now it was time to paint.
I know all the paint and body guys are about to scream at me, but okay, so there's not really much to dye in your headliner, but I've got this fabric paint. Now the problem is it's in such a small tin, but I've used these before. I've got 6 of them. Hopefully it's enough to do this. This will cover pretty much anything. Okay, so a small amount of time has passed, and this is where the headliner is. Doesn't look great. Going to leave it to dry, see how it looks, but I'm going to buy more dye for that. The further away you get from it, the better it looks actually. But the bumper, actually, I have attained some time. I've clear coated this all now, and it's looking good. I'm actually pretty happy with the paint job. It looks quite good. So what we're going to do is remove the tape and see how bad the difference is, because the more I look at this, the more I'm thinking the rest of the bumper is going to need painted. Oh, it is, yeah. It's a completely different colour. I'm going to leave it for a couple of days. And I'll come back and we can see if we can maybe wet sand it and blend it in a little bit that way. But it's a completely different colour. Usually on camera you can hide these things a little bit, but that's really bad. So I don't think that's going to happen. That's tonight done. I'm done for tonight. I'm not going to do anything else. But I will come back maybe tomorrow, have another look at that, potentially have another look at that. Yeah, and see how we get on. Stuart's going to get a bloody shock when he comes in on Friday. I've done something stupid, which is, you know, within realm for me, but I've done something very stupid. And I said I was done, I was about to go home. And then I got this idea and I couldn't help myself, so I prepped the bumper for paint. So I'm going to paint this now, and I only have 1 tin of paint. Yeah, we'll see how this goes, I suppose. We're here to check the bumper, and shockingly enough, screw chin. I'm just kidding. I picked it up this morning. Yeah, this lip was on the car previously. Didn't last very long because it came off while doing about 70 miles an hour. It fits horribly, as you can see. I ran over it, so it's got a big crack in it. Yep. But other than that, it's temporary, so it's fine. I've been here for a little while without filming, I'll be honest. But I've been polishing up the bumper, and it actually looks really good. Like, bear in mind, I done this on a whim last night, and I'm pretty happy with it. It looks better than it does on camera, but yeah. So I think I'm going to build the bumper now, because I've got the lip on. I need to get some Mansouri glue up in here just to help hold it. But we've got the indicators to go back in, we've got the number plate plinth to go back in. I'm pretty happy. Like, look how good that looks. So much better than what it was. It wouldn't be hard, but anyway. I've got nice bits. So I've got the plate back on. It's on the plinth and everything, looks very nice. Next bit is the indicators. But why would you want these when you could have these? It's a little bit better. So this officially marks the first nice bit. The first part I bought getting installed. Ooh. Come on now. Oh, there we go. Oh yes, look at that. So much better. What would you rather have? That or that? That. Yes, right, second one. So throwing the bumper on the car with the indicators and the lip and the number plate, look how much better it looks. It looks so much better. I'm so pleased. The colour match isn't too bad at all. It kind of blends quite well. Oh, I'm so happy with this. And yet there's so much still to do. Oh, this thing's going to be sick. I've also painted these bits, the interior bits. They're all done. I'm waiting on more dye for the headliner. I couldn't find my dye from before, so this is done. I've also painted the sunglasses holder. Yeah, so we just need to wait for more dye to show up for this, and then we can put the interior back in. But I don't think that's going to be today because Amazon is taking their sweet time with it, so I think that's about everything I can do today, so might as well go home. Maybe see you tomorrow, do the headliner, put it back in. And we've got even more nice bits to go on. Yeah, let's do that. Hello! So it's been another couple of days, again. But good news is that the dye showed up and I got everything dyed. So here's the headliner. I've got the A-pillar trims and the sun visors are hanging up here. But there is problems because what is life without problems? So the headliner looks okay. There's a few bits on it I'm not too happy with. The A-pillar trims have not tainted the dye very well at all. They're a bit patchy. And now I've tried to redo this a few times now and it doesn't seem to be getting any darker than that. So they're not great. The sun visors have not tainted the dye very well at all either. In fact, they look pretty horrendous. And it's also been 2 days since I dyed everything and it's still damp. And I don't think sitting out here in the cold shed is doing it any help. Don't get me wrong, it's not dripping, it's just a bit damp still. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get it back in the car, because at least if it's in the car, it's a drier environment. I can maybe turn it on for a little while and get some heat into it to help dry it, because these just don't seem to be drying and I need to get them back in sooner rather than later, because if they lie about here they're just going to get ruined. Yeah, these are all done and the car is still looking awesome. So yeah, I want to get all this back in right now, hence the gloves, because I touched it a little bit earlier and I got black all over my fingers. So gloves on, get the headliner in, put it back together,
and I'll need to look at the A-pillars and the sun visors again in the future. I can maybe get covers, or I can maybe cover them in Alcantara or something different. I slowly and carefully manoeuvre the headlining back into place. Sorry. And now it was time to start installing all those small pieces of trim I removed a few days ago. But in the case of these B and C pillar trims, it was a lot easier said than done. After a small fight with the interior trims, I got everything buttoned up, and how good does this look? So we've got the headliner in, so that's great. But there's still a couple of nice bits to go inside the car that I want to do, because I think it will just finish off the inside and it'll just look awesome. Okay, so this is a shift knob kit from America. It's from Midwinter Designs. It's a proper kit, it's got everything you need. So first of all, we need to remove this thing. So I've watched a YouTube video on this, and basically you just pop this off, maybe, and then there should be a clip. Should be a clip under. There you go. Little clip, and then boo! This couldn't be any more simple to install. So first of all, take this bit. This is the bottom piece. Just drop it on there. You take this bit, it's a wee locking collar. Put it on. Now the handy thing about this is it only goes down so far, so it's going to sit at the correct height. Your Allen key. Right. Spring goes on there. Take your shift knob, goes on the top, and then it screws into the bottom bit. New shift knob. Looks much better. It's much lower, and obviously this one doesn't have a button. It has a, instead it pushes down. Much nicer. So you might notice that I'm taking the airbag out. It's because I've got a pretty big mod for this specific region that I think you might like. I also need to hurry up about this because it's currently about 6 o'clock in the morning. And Storm Ewan is arriving today. And I am right in the middle of the red warning zone. So that's great. And I only came up to the unit this morning to yeah, so I only came up this morning to make sure everything was okay and that nothing was going to get ruined in the storm. What the hell? And yet here I am working on the G. Okay, airbag. Don't need that. Okay. Worryingly, that was not all that tight. Leave it on a couple. There we go, just like that. Okay, so here is the standard steering wheel. We have another one. So this isn't just a normal steering wheel. These ones carbon fibre. Cabron. And flat bottom. And just much nicer. But I need to switch things from this to this before I can put that in there. So I'm going to very quickly switch these controls and wires and stuff. Shouldn't take too long. I'll catch up with you and I'm about to fit it, because I need to be quick this morning because the wind is kicking up like really bad. I'm actually looking at one of the doors just doing this right now. It's kind of scary. Just like that, this one is stripped
and this one is ready to go in. I hope you can see over there. Anyway, what are we doing? That went through there. Come on, you fucker. I know it was straight or thereabouts. Excellent. That one goes in there. Look at that. That one goes in there. Make sure that's not pushed down. Bunk. That's me. I still need to put the big nut on. Whoa, yes! Look at that. That looks awesome. So I've started the car up just to make sure everything was working, the horn was working, etc. But just look at this. With the now black headlining paired with the new steering wheel and shift knob, the interior is looking almost brand new. Well, and on that note, I'm super happy with how all this looks. I'm going home because, yeah, I want to get home before the red bell warning starts. See you in a couple of days. So here we are for another day to work on the Skyline. But Stuart's here.
It's not a Skyline. I really like it.
It's looking good, eh?
Missing its wheels still. It's bumpers on though.
What do you think of the interior?
Well, what's in here? Oh, she's red. Oh, carbon!
Carbon!
Oh, carbon! Yeah, that's nice. Did you tie that yourself?
Yeah.
That's actually really good. Not that I didn't have high hopes for your work, but that's actually really good.
Mate, last week during the storm.
Stormy. Yowen.
I was here at 7 o'clock in the morning working on this.
Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't get off work, I was at home. It was looking good. The bumper looked really good on it.
I showed commitment.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, they're really good, right?
It does look good.
Yeah, so we've got a few things to do tonight.
Yep.
Tidying up. I've tasked you with something already.
Yes.
So in the UK, you need to have at least one fog light and one reverse light on the rear, am I right?
Yes, has to be on the offside.
To pass an MOT. Now this is fine for cars built in the UK, but in Japan that's not a legal requirement, so they don't come in with a fog light. So most of the time when these cars come into the country, they get a little crappy.
Like yours did?
Yeah, it gets a little box underneath the bumper and it just looks bad. But Stuart, we found a little modification we can do.
The fog light mode. So what we do is remove a reverse bulb, on the offside and refit with this, and then we run the wire from the fog light up to there, and that then becomes your fog light.
And it just looks a lot better, doesn't it? So this will be a fog light, and this will be a reverse light.
As long as these are red.
They are red.
Yeah.
Well, should be. Probably bright white.
That'd be funny.
No,
It doesn't look red to me. Right, the whole. I was attempting not to snap your fake Skyline lights.
the real Skyline lights.
Nah.
They've got two circles in them.
Well, what's this an R35?
It's not an
It's a V35.
V30.
It's a Sky. It's not a Skyline. It's a
What
350.
does it say on the V5 room?
Skyline.
It's not a Skyline.
It also says it on the sill.
Oh, Skyline.
I used to say it on the boot as well.
Skyline.
Not a Skyline. Right. I think Ray should join a Skyline forum Facebook page and post his Skyline and see what the results are.
How should you get for shit?
I think Ray, I think, what's the time just now, Mark?
Oh, I don't know. Take my watch off. Yeah, hold on.
Fucking useless.
6:20.
I think you should join the Skyline forum right now, post a picture of your Skyline, and at 9 o'clock we'll see what the results are.
I'm not doing that.
No, yeah, we should. I think we should.
I'm not doing that.
I think we should go to GTR Owners Club.
No, Skyline Owners Club.
Well, the Skyline Owners Club, we'll keep it nice and go, this is my Skyline, and just put a picture of this up. And that's it. And let's see what the results are.
I'm not doing that.
Well, your Skyline.
I'm not doing that.
Why not?
Because I'm not that way inclined.
You don't need to prove that you've got a Skyline because you have a Skyline.
Does not have a Skyline.
Mark, do you mind being on video?
No.
Mark's got a choice.
that yeah, he has a Skyline and he doesn't need to prove to the Skyline Owners Club that he has a Skyline by posting.
He really does not have a Skyline. Stop sucking up his arse. And there you go. One light removed.
Skyline light.
Light. One light removed. What I'm going to do now is take this bulb out. I'm going to fit this bulb. I'm going to get ready to put the car in reverse. Then I know this exactly works and then I can start running the wire on it. So, go put the car in reverse, please, mate.
Okay.
What are they?
No.
You bought white lights.
No, I didn't. They were red, mate.
No, they're definitely not red.
They were red.
Yeah, they're not red.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
where's the other bulb? Just in case maybe they sent one bulb that's wrong. I actually can't see. No, no.
Red.
White.
Red.
Please refer back to 30 seconds ago, B.
Probably bright white.
That'd be funny.
No,
It doesn't look red to me. This is why you don't buy parts. But
it says red.
what we'll do is we'll still run the wiring up, we'll get it all wired up, so when you do buy the right bulbs next time, we'll just have to put a bulb in.
Making the best of a bad situation, since I'm only going to have one reverse light and those lights are super bright.
White.
Super bright white. We're going to fit it into the other light because then I'll have a super bright reverse light and that'll be cool. Super bright though.
It's really bright.
Fuck, I think people will know I'm reversing.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're blinding folk like Gonna extend the wiring with this huge amperage cable. Don't need 17 amps for reverse light, but
Fog light.
fog light. But we'll use it anyway. We'll use what we have.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What's that? Oh. Oh, so that's the proper way to sheath a cable?
Obviously.
Whoa! Whoa! What's that?
What do you mean, what's that? It's in reverse.
Hey, fog.
Fog's up.
Side lights.
No, that's fog. That's side lights. What have you done to my car? What have I done with that?
Yeah, it was off. What was that?
Let's switch under the dash.
What does that do? That must be a fog light.
Right, so wait a minute.
So put side lights on.
Side lights?
Yes. Brake. Yes. Right indicator. Yes. Left indicator. Yes. Reverse. Yes. Rear fog. Yes.
So is it working?
Yeah. It
So
does
it's
work.
just weird that it's the switch under the dash
Yeah.
and not the switch on the column. Yeah. Okay, so we've glued the front lip on, and while the glue is still good, we need to glue on the next exterior mod, which are these.
Give me
Oh,
We're going to everywhere.
sure.
We need to be quick.
These are carbon mirror caps. Very nice. We got the new mirror caps glued in place, and while the glue was still good, we got the rear spats properly secured to the rear bumper.
'Cause I'm a smooth operator. Smooth.
With everything glued in place and the karaoke over,
We refitted the front bumper and got it secured in place as well.
Okay, we have the bumper mounted back to the car.
Bumper looking good.
Stuart, I think it's time we do probably the biggest mod to this car.
What's that going to be?
Well, it's this, right? And this is a Cybin carbon fibre boot with a ducktail in it.
Which costs probably more than the car.
Yeah, it cost a pretty penny in comparison to the car, but look how good it looks.
It's also
It weighs nothing.
extremely light.
So we are going to get this installed.
Oh, it's so nice.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it?
How long have you had this part for?
Probably the best part of a year.
Yeah.
This has been lying in the shed in different places over the past kind of a year, and I've been itching to get it on the
This
car.
one's fans for the car.
That and the other thing that's sitting over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, demo in the UK.
Maybe one, and I think he painted it. Either that or it's a metal one that he's put a ducktail on.
This could be the only one.
Yeah, it could be. Let's get it on.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is take off the boot release latch, the emergency pull cord, and get that out the boot first, and then we'll get the struts off, the bolts off, which always round according to you. So
Yeah, well, everyone in America on YouTube rounds them.
they're pretty shit. They're Torx.
Yeah.
They're not really that deep
But
torque.
the Cybin boot comes with new bolts, so we won't ever need to worry
Are they
about that
carbon
again.
bolts?
Probably not.
Oh. Oh well. Disappointing. Right, let's get some pen.
Just as Stuart said, we removed the locking mechanism, followed by the electrics, which get fed through this hole. Stuart expertly demonstrated how to remove the bolts that apparently everyone rounds.
But that was easy.
With the boot removed, we could clean the entire area around it. This car sat under a tree for months before I bought it, which has made everything a bit grubby.
I think we should put the camera down and not shred it when they're fitting.
Really?
But a surprise. Plus I don't want to scratch it. We need all our hands.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So the carbon boot is installed, but we won't show you that just quite yet. But along with the carbon boot, there is one other huge thing we need to do to this car, because we can't do all these things and no do this.
No, exactly.
So these, oh, they're heavy, are work ZR10s, custom made from Japan.
Hold on a bit higher. A little bit higher.
Shut up.
There you go.
You dick. So these are work ZR10s, custom made, well not custom made, custom offset, shipped from Japan in my exact spec in shadow black with the chrome lips, and we wrapped them in a set of acceleras because that's what I could afford after buying them. But we're going to put these on the car now. I'm so excited.
We got all four wheels fitted and were able to finally lower the Skyline to the ground for the first time in 2 months. And I can't believe how good this looks.
I've been in your waters. I'm looking for sure. I've never been so close before. It's one way or the
So this looks sick. Doesn't this look just, oh. I don't know what it was about this car when I seen it, but I knew I wanted it, and this is how I pictured it.
I think you always had a vision of what this was going to evolve into.
Yeah.
And as much as I give you a hard time about it, I really love this car. I only give you a hard time because it's Skyline. That's the only reason I give you a hard time.
I know, and I understand it, but it is a Skyline.
And it was obnoxious.
It was standard with the most obnoxious exhaust, and
Yeah.
it sounded ridiculous.
But now, yeah, your choice of wheels, the finishing of the wheels, the carbon, just the height, the stands, everything about it is what I would do.
I'm pretty happy with it.
There's a couple of things I would do
Slightly different.
more, But I think you've also got those plans as
Yeah, so there's still lots to come with this car. There's still parts on their way from Japan. So when a couple more parts come in, I think we'll do a part 2.
the part you're waiting for. When did you order this?
September last year.
As in 24? Mm-hmm. Oh, but it's only 5 months.
Yeah, but I got a wait time of a year. So the fact that it might be coming sooner is a bit of a miracle.
Yeah. So yeah, this car will progress more. Might not have another episode on the channel for a while.
It might not be a while, but
It's going to have something.
it's coming in the next few months anyway. Even without what we're still waiting on, the car still needs paint correction. It still needs probably a good service, and it needs to go for MOT before it goes anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
But summer's coming up, so it will be out and about. We'll get proper shots of it. We'll get even videos and shots and stuff. So
and hopefully we'll go to a couple of shows. And,
really, as much as I do love this car,
yeah,
I think there could be better choices out there. As much I do love the car, but I think for the price range, there could be something more fun.
Oh, you can know what? If you can find something for the money that I've paid for this so far, including the modifications, then do it.
Thank you. We'll beat you.
We'll see.
We'll see. I get something. I've got a bucket list car I want to buy.